Using SEMrush doesn't have to be difficult. When I started 5 years ago, I was a little overwhelmed and I'm not going to lie. It's not because the tool is complicated, but because there are so many features that I didn't know where to begin with. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through SEMrush tool the way I did someone had walked me through 5 years ago. Just the stuff that actually matters and in order that makes sense. Quick thing before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by SEMrush. And we genuinely use this tool at DemandSage, so whatever I'm going to explain here, it's not just theoretical. One thing you should know before I dive into the video, SEMrush recently launched its new plan called SEMrush 1. This combines their SEO tools with AI visibility toolkit in a single plan. So instead of buying two separate plans together for tracking your AI performance and organic performance, you get a single plan. SEMrush starts at $139 per month with 14 days exclusive free trial only for our viewers. I'll leave that link in the description. Okay, now let's get into the main video. So when you log in, this is your dashboard. Think of it as a command center. It shows you your domain organic traffic trend, AI visibility, position tracking, and your top keywords on AI and organic rankings, site health score, backlink count, and all that in one place. If you are logging in for the first time, you'll want to create a new SEO project right here, type in your domain, and let SEMrush start collecting data. It takes a couple of minutes, but once it's done, this dashboard updates automatically, and you always know where you stand. Now I'm going to walk you through the core tools one by one, starting with something that everyone needs. Keyword Magic tool. On your dashboard, head over to the SEO section and find Keyword Magic tool. Click on it and this is where it all starts. Type in a broad topic related to your niche. For example, I will type in something like SEO tools over here. And look at this. Thousands of keywords ideas instantly. Each one shows you the search volume, keyword difficulty, CPC, and if you ever want to run ads, and the intent type, whether it's informational, commercial, transactional, or navigational. That intent column is super helpful because it tells you what the person actually wants. And you can filter by difficulty if you only want to see keywords that you can realistically rank for. Now here's something I really want you to notice. See, keyword difficulty is something that it gives you a general idea. But this column right here, it's a personal keyword difficulty called PKD. This isn't a generic score. SEMrush uses AI to look at your specific domain, your authority, your existing content, and tells you how hard it would be for you to rank for that particular keyword. This is actually good because rather than getting a generic keyword difficulty, you get a reality check of your domain. So a keyword might look super competitive with a difficulty of 80, but your personal keyword difficulty might say 45 because you already have a topical authority over here. This changes everything in terms of what you prioritize. We have a full video of how to do keyword research with SEMrush that you can check out here, and I'll also leave the link in the description for you to check out. Now let's move on. Next is competitor analysis. This is honestly where SEMrush is at its best. Go to domain overview and type in a competitive URL, and you basically get an X-ray of their entire strategy, their estimated organic traffic, their top keywords, their best performing pages, their backlink profile, basically everything. You can see exactly what's working for them and you can reverse engineering it. This is one of the best strategy that has been working for years and still works in 2026. Once you have competitor analysis, let's move on to keyword gap. From here, jump into the keyword gap tool. This lets you compare your domain against up to 5 competitors at once and shows you the keywords they rank for that you don't. And these are the gaps and the topic ideas that you should create content around. We use this every week because it's smart and easier. Alright, next feature is Site Audit. Think of this as a health checkup for your website. You set up a crawl, SEMrush scans your entire site, and you get a health score out of 100. It catches everything: broken links, slow pages, missing meta tags, duplicate content, crawl errors, and redirect change. And it ranks issues by priority, so you are not just guessing what to fix first. Start with errors, then warnings, then notices. And here's the 2026 edition. See this section, the AI search help. SEMrush now checks whether AI crawlers like ChatGPT's bot can actually access and understand your content. Because you might have a perfectly healthy website on Google, but be accidentally blocking AI crawlers, and that means you are missing out on visibility in AI generated answers without even knowing it. This feature is super helpful. It gives you an idea of what to fix and priority wise. Next, position tracking. This is your rank tracker. Add the keywords you care about, pick your target location and device type, and SEMrush track your rankings every day. Of course, this is once you have actually started publishing on your website, so you can keep a track on how well your keywords are performing. Whenever a position is changed, whether it goes up or it goes down, you get an email by SEMrush. This helps you understand what action to take, what to do, etc. Next, we will move to Backlink Analytics. Type in any domain and you see every backlink pointing to it. Referring domains, anchor text distribution, new links, lost links, basically everything. This is gold for link building because you can see exactly where your competitors are getting their links and go after the same source. You can also edit your own profile and check for toxic backlinks that might be dragging your rankings down. SEMrush even has a disavow tool built in if you need to clean things up. Now, before I get into the AI features, I want to quickly walk you through 3 other tools inside SEMrush, because SEMrush isn't just an SEO tool, it's a complete visibility platform. Content Toolkit. Now, as a person who has been doing content-led SEO for the last 6 years, I personally love the Content Toolkit. When SEMrush 1 was launched during the Spotlight conference, I was there and I had a chance to talk to their content team and get a walkthrough of how the Content Toolkit actually works. And immediately I knew that this tool is going to be something that I'm going to use for a long time. So now, coming back to the Content Toolkit, it's basically for your content workflow from start to finish all in one place. You have got a topic finder that surfaces content idea based on actual search demand and competition. From there, you can generate an SEO brief with keyword target, word count recommendation, structure, all pulled from what's already ranking. Honestly, this saves you a lot of manual work. Once you get the brief by SEMrush, also check manually so that it aligns exactly with what you are looking for. And then there's an AI article generator that drafts a full article, and it also optimizes for Google and AI. There are 2 options: either you use this content directly or do a manual check. As we always recommend, always verify it manually to ensure nothing is wrong and it aligns perfectly with your requirement. Once the article is done, you can even repurpose it into social media post or email content within just one click. And the best part, it publishes directly to WordPress. So you are going from idea to published article all without leaving SEMrush. And this feature is super helpful for people who want to scale their content system. Next, we move on to the social toolkit. For social media, SEMrush has a full scheduling and analytical suite. You can connect your social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, X, YouTube, Google business profile, and manage everything from a single dashboard. From this dashboard, you can schedule posts, track engagement, and actually see what's performing. What's cool is social content AI. You give your website or a description of your business and it generates post ideas, captions, and even visuals for you. And there's a social tracker where you can add your competitors and see exactly what they are posting, how often they are posting, and what's getting the most engagement for them. Super useful for figuring out what's working in your space. Next, we move on to local SEO toolkit. If you are running a business with a physical location, this one is super useful. The local toolkit helps you manage your Google business profile, distribute your business information to up to 70 plus directories automatically, and track your rankings on Google Maps with a precision grid. You can literally see which part of your city you are ranking well and which neighborhoods you are not. There's also a review management tool that pulls all your reviews from different platforms into one place, and you can respond to them right from SEMrush with AI generated reply suggestions. They even have a GBP AI agent now that's automate your profile updates, post scheduling, review responses, etc. Think of this as a hands-free local SEO because it's exactly what it does. Next, we move on to AI Visibility Toolkit, prompt research. Okay, this is the part I'm genuinely excited about because SEMrush AI Visibility Toolkit is something that we have been using at DemandSage for a long time. And before you think why it matters, hear me out. It's very obvious that now people do not just type their query on Google. Most of us use AI tools or AI mode to get their answers. We don't type SEO tools 2026. We type personalized answer like what is the best tool for SEO in 2026 as a small business. And these AI tools or Google AI mode answers their queries directly without giving them 10 blue links. And if your brand shows up in those AI generated answers, that's traffic, that's trust, and that's revenue. And if it doesn't show up, you are basically invisible to a growing chunk of your audience. Coming back to the prompt research, go to AI and click on prompt research feature. Basically, prompt research is like a keyword research but for AI. Type in your topic here and SEMrush shows you actual prompts people are asking across ChatGPT, Google AI mode, and Gemini. It groups groups them into topics, shows you the estimated AI search volume, which brands are getting mentioned, and even the difficulty of getting in those answers for your website. The database has over 289 million prompts, so this is real data, not a simple guesswork. And you can click on any prompt to see the actual AI generated answers. You can literally see what ChatGPT is telling people about your industry and see whether your brand is in there or not. Once you find prompts that matter for your business, you send them to prompt tracking. And now Semrush also monitors your brand's visibility for those prompts every single day. So if you were showing up in ChatGPT's answers last week and this week you dropped, you will be notified immediately. This kind of insight for prompt research didn't exist 1 year ago. So this is a feature that you should literally try out because it's the need of our right now. So that's Semrush. I know it's a lot of features in short time, but that's exactly the point. You don't need to master all the tools from day one. Start with keyword research and prompt research in your industry, run a site audit to fix what's broken, and most importantly, track your progress not just on Google but also on AI. That's your starter workflow. Everything else is built on the top. If you want to try it before you commit to Semrush, you can use our link in the description to get access for 14 days. This is not your typical standard 7 days, but actually 2-week extended trial exclusively for our viewers. Plug in your domain, plug in your competitor, and explore the tool. And if this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to DemandSage. I'll see you in the next video.